Hey, everybody, give me a second. I'm sharing this to the group. Let me see. This is Check In and Chat with Nita. No specific topic. Well, I want to go over a few things, but if you are around, come on in and say hi. I'm going to try this, try to see if I can connect to Instagram too. Let's see. I think I got this right. So if you are in the chat, let me know you're there. Say hi. Hey, Autism to Max. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody is doing good this wonderful day. You're good. Oh, you feeling much better? Did it warm up? The weather's okay? I'm glad you're doing good. Happy about that. Okay, so I just shared this to the parent group. If you are in the parent support group and you'd like to say hi, what you would need to do is click on the actual video, and that'll bring you to the live chat. I'm also, again, trying Instagram. So I think I finally got it, how to get on here through StreamYard. And if you're on TikTok, hello. So I am simultaneously logged into Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So this is cool. Hope you guys are doing okay. I don't have any particular topic. I'm just to check in and chat, see how you guys are doing. You say it's 70 today. Oh, and it's going to drop down to 38. Wow. Yeah, that's a hell of a drop. It does that here sometimes too. But yeah, that's a hell of a drop. We just had about 5 fire trucks. I can see out this back window going down the street and around the corner. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it must be a fire. I don't see any smoke going up though, but they were running. We are a mile high here in Colorado. Okay. That's a mile high above sea level, or what are you talking about? Like the mountains? Oh, I did want to mention, I got a lot of picture requests. A lot of you guys are just putting the pictures in my inbox on Facebook and Instagram. Please don't do that. That it causes a whole lot of issues. I gotta straighten things out. I did put together a listing on what you need to do in order to submit your photos. All photos are being submitted to the email address support@autismandus.org, following those instructions. Now, if you would like to submit a photo, one individual on the spectrum should be in that picture. This is just for them. Even if you have twins or, triplets or 2 or 3 kids on the spectrum, I've had a couple parents ask if all of them can be in the photo together. This year, no, we want their individual selves. So please keep in mind, I do share these photos on our social media. So if that's not something you'd like to have happen, then please do not submit your photos. You must also give me permission to use your photo. So when you submit your photo, um, let us know just the first name or nickname, no last names of the loved one on the spectrum. Something special about that person. And then you have to state that you give Autism and Us permission to use the photo. Then, you send it. Photos are shared in order received. So in between time, in the meantime, I will post photos as I have time, and I'll put them up. So what I've been trying to do is do 6 a day. So like today, I've been on the phone all day. Seems like, well, since for 3 hours, the first 3 hours after 9 o'clock, I've been on the phone. But in between, I try to do the photos. Let's see. Oh, elevation. Okay. Hey, homeschool piece. How are you? Hi, Bridget. Hi, all the way from South Africa. Mother of an autistic girl. Well, welcome. Thank you for chiming in. No particular topic. I was just coming on for a check-in and chat, see how you guys are doing, what's going on for the day, and to tell you about the picture post. But thank you for chiming in. Autism the Max says, I made a new blog about high functioning autism today. I hope you will. Oh, excuse me. I hope you will like it. Okay, I'll have to check that out. High functioning autism. Okay. You have a website, a web blog, or did you just write it on your Facebook page? I will definitely check it out, Autism the Max. Hey, AJ, how are you? Good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing good. Okay. It's on your, okay. Okay. I will definitely, and everybody else, you guys make sure you check out Autism to Max page and check out her high functioning autism, her blog about high functioning autism. So, this morning, the last couple of days, DeAndre has been sleeping really good. I don't know if I mentioned, I probably mentioned it last Sunday that we are in the middle of a medication change because he was on Adderall and he had been on Adderall for the last couple of years, and we kind of had to adjust his dosages as time went on. So now it just seems like Adderall and it's done. It doesn't even phase him anymore. Can't do a higher dosage. Don't want to do a higher dosage of that. So we're starting him on a new medication, busperone, I think it is. But anyway, he's gonna start. He will take, because of his behaviors, that ADHD in that little brain. He's constantly moving, just trying to find something that'll kind of relax him a little bit so he can stay focused. So I'm hoping this is it. Um, when we first started the Adderall, it worked beautifully because he wasn't in like that trance like state. He was himself, but he was calmer. He still did his dances and everything, but he was calmer. But now it's like you can give it to him and he's still like on the tickety boom. I'm still waiting on that slowdown phase. I've been reading a lot, but how do you feel about the police encounters lately with police? I mean, with people with autism. Yeah, I heard about one story, and it's terrible. I think our police. I heard about the one story of the guy that was supposedly had a knife and was chasing his parents or somebody in the yard, and the police got gun happy. Oh, I shouldn't say that word on TikTok. They got weapon happy and shot him, and without knowing the situation, and they shot him while he was on the ground. That's the sad part. Our police definitely need more education on the subject. And even though we have advocates and people going into the police stations now a lot more than usual, even around here, you talk to the police, they seem to uh, know, or they act like they know. But I think they still have to get it in their head about um, autism and what it does, and mental health, period. They need to, in general, because someone could just be having an episode and just needs someone to calm them down. But yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible, and it's sad that we have to worry about that. Yeah, sadly, sad, especially when people screaming and tell them, yeah, yeah. See, that's bad. You get a lot of these officers, and I want to say he was probably somebody new that got trigger happy. You know, they have to learn a little more control. Um, uh, I think I shared it with you. Okay, okay. Well, I will check it out. Bias is way better. Yeah. You know what the thing though, because different medicines work differently for different people. Your body wise. Because it was one medicine we tried, and someone was telling me how it worked wonders. Focalin, that's what it was. And we started him off on a low dose of that, and he was in a zombie state. Didn't work for him at all, but it worked really good for that other person, and I was real hopeful. But we had to take him off of that right away, right away. My son went from Adderall to Payans, and I got my son. Okay, see, I just need my DeAndre to calm down, because he is who he is. He's just. I try to advocate, especially being a former special education teacher, now case manager. Okay, all right. Thank you for your advocacy. We need more and more people like you. Yeah, we definitely have to keep speaking on it, because as you get, I think that should be mandatory part of their training before they even hit the streets. Police officers, I think they should have some kind of mandatory training on that. Um, Another thing I would say, get to know your neighborhood police officers, and let them know, hey, if you see my son, just kind of, get in a relationship with them so they know you. But they definitely need more education on that. Let's see. Check out AATAP, Autism Awareness Training. Okay. I'll look into that and maybe I can pass that on because definitely needs a lot more. Autism Awareness Training and Acceptance Program. Justin is the guy that runs it and teaches awareness to police. Okay. Now, does he travel all over the country? Yeah, they definitely need a push, you know, everywhere. And like I said, even with some police officers, they may have that training, but you still have those that are trigger happy. Um, my granddaughter is on Focal and works for her. See, Focalin did not work at all for us. Oh, my poor baby, he was not himself at all. It just turned him into something I don't know. But we immediately took him off of Focalin. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Ramesh, is that how you say your name? Hello, welcome. Well, hello. How are you, Elizabeth Teresa? You okay, Kate? How's things going? How's the nonprofit? Yes, he does travel. Okay, well, I will definitely look that up and maybe I'll make a suggestion. Maybe some of the advocates here, can get with him and make it happen, make things happen. His son is autistic. Okay. My friend and I are training SAPD in May. What is that? What is SAPD? So anyway, I forgot where I was at with DeAndre's medication, but we changed it. So we're gonna monitor. We're in the monitoring phase right now. So far, trying to, we had to getting them off of the Adderall. Got to get that out of his system. So like this morning, I could tell he's having those quirks because Adderall is kind of, I guess it's one of those addicting medications. And I guess his body's like, you know, what's going on? I need this. So I guess we'll 2 weeks. I'll know for sure. If the bus, is this pronounced right? Busperone, will be working good. Yes, good. Yes, I just had to have an OGBYN appointment and made it through. Well, awesome. Glad you made it through. San Antonio. Oh, you're working with the police department? So what do they do? What are you doing with the police? How are you working with them? Adderall had a bad drop off. Mine was more of a glide off. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, Adderall in the beginning, it was beautiful. But then it's like I'm going to say last 6 months, it's just been like it's like, ain't no happening. And I'm like, okay. But somebody told me, even the doctors told me, when he that hyperness, part of his ADHD, that impulsiveness, like I was expecting my son to be chill. Just when he got older, he would just chill out and sit down, come in and watch his favorite programs and, go get him a snack. But no slowdown yet. Autism the Max says I was on Adderall. Felt like I was run over by a truck. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I know that couldn't be good. Kate says, we're training on autism and how to be more aware because there was an incident with another department local in Texas that shot a 19-year-old with autism who had a plastic knife. I think that's who we were just speaking on. Is that the same incident? Uh-oh. Yeah, it must have been a fire. Or no, they backing up. Must have been a fire, though. Yeah, it was about 5 fire trucks that went down there. Okay. Med free now. Okay, I use THC and CBD gummies. Okay. Now, how is the THC? Does it really help? Now, where you have the ADHD, is it just your mind is constantly twirling, your anxiety? Okay, it helps it a lot. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So if you're just coming on, hello. Just in here for a check-in and chat. Drinking my coffee. Yes, my mind doesn't slow. That's like DeAndre. His mind just doesn't slow down. Just and he always has to do something. From the time he gets up to it's time to go to bed, that boy is just constantly moving. Or he constantly has to do something. And he's very impulsive. Very impulsive. Sometimes he had me wanting to pull out what little hair I have. Just very impulsive. Okay. That your stem, Lil Rocky? Calming rock. Yeah, DeAndre does the rock in his dance and the hands. And now more and more he's doing that laugh. The gummies help. Okay. I wish I was med free. We're trying. I'm on hydroxine and all these names, sertraline and trazodone. Okay. Now DeAndre takes the trazodone for sleep at night. If it wasn't for that, that boy can literally stay awake over 24 hours, and it's happened quite a few times, but now not too often. Or either if it's not that, he'll fall asleep and he'll wake up extra early. Sometimes he'll go to sleep maybe 9, 10-ish, and he'll be up at 1 dancing. Yes, that's my favorite stem. I also like Rubik's. Okay. So have the Rubik's Cube, have you accomplished it yet? Or quite a few times? I dropped 22 pills a day. Wow. That's a lot. 22. 22. Wow. Kate says I was off meds for 2 weeks for allergy testing and my anxiety tics came back. It was bad. Oh my. I can imagine. So, they can't test you for allergens when you're on medication? Wow. Yeah, I can imagine, especially if you need it and anxiety and everything. Yes, I can solve them all. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm on 300 milligrams at bedtime of trazodone. You only take the one? I used to be. Okay. 22. That's a lot of pills. That's a lot of pills. So now you guys are taking vitamins too, right? To help with what the pills are taking away from you. No, we have to be off all meds. Okay. When you take allergy tests. Okay. 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 Interesting. So did you find out what you were allergic to? So no pills now, just your gummies. Okay. And you take one tablet, 300 milligram. Okay. They had up before we did the other medication change. They had up DeAndre from 300 to 400 milligrams. But I'm like, that's just seems like an awful lot. He's been doing good with the 200 milligrams, so I keep him like that. So he's doing good. The last couple of days, he slept really, really well, soundly. I had to wake him up actually. Um, it was beautiful because I also got some rest, some good rest. I have a pediatric multivitamin gummy every day. Okay. Cedar moles, trees, and cockroaches. Okay. Think everybody allergic to cockroaches, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, DeAndre has fish allergies. And it was funny how we found out he was like 2 years old, maybe about around 2, 3 years old. And his dad had him and he was in his high chair. I remember this day so clearly because I panicked. And we had fried some fish that day. And I had put the fish on DeAndre's, little table. And he didn't want it. He kept telling us he don't want that fish. And but his dad sat there and said, "Oh, you gonna eat?" And was playing around his mouth, trying to get him to open his mouth, and he kept doing this and doing this. And then finally he ate a little bit, but spit it out. So I kid you not, it might have been maybe almost 15 minutes later, his face just swole up. And I'm like, oh my God, grabbed him. We were out that house so fast because I didn't know what was going on. So that's how we found out he was allergic to seafood. Got him to the hospital. They gave him a shot and gave him, he had to have an asthma treatment. And yeah, so doctor said, keep him away from fish. And we literally have to keep him away. He can't even smell it. Even the smell from any kind of seafood his eyes will start getting puffy. So as much as I like seafood, I can't cook it in the house. I have to go out to eat or I have to be at someone else's house. And I ate seafood all while I was pregnant with him. So it's like, go figure. How did you get allergic to this? Hi, Carmen. How are you? Hope you're okay today. Autism Max says, I am struggling a bit with a lot of pollen this week. Okay. Yeah, pollen, that's not good. Yeah, and the weather's changing and it's being flip-flop, and then when spring comes, it's like, hey, I am finally finishing writing my book called Sensitive Santa. I'm so excited. Oh, I didn't know you were writing a book. Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. I hate fish. Yeah, I love fish. I only like Vanderkamps. um, Raw Cheney eats tons of fish. Yuck. You just don't like that taste. Do you eat other seafood like shrimp, lobster? It's cold here in New Jersey. Oh, you're in Jersey. Okay. It's okay here. It's kind of mild, but I went outdoors for a second to take the dog out, but came back. The weather here is just gloomy. It's like almost like it wants to rain. One of those gloomy, dark, not really dark, but gloomy day. You know what I mean. Hi, Tanya. Tanya says we started my Jonathan on immunotherapy, but in the form of drops under his tongue for his environmental allergies. Okay. So you just started, or have you noticed some improvement with his allergies? Shrimp, and you don't like shrimp and lobster? Oh my God. What is wrong with you guys? Oh, uh, you will eat shrimp and lobster, but no fish? Really? Okay. What's one thing you would want people who are not familiar with autism to know? One thing is they're human. I would want people to really try and get to know them and not to be so judgmental. I mean, they're different. Everyone on the spectrum have their own thing going on, but get to know them. They could be some beautiful people. They are some beautiful people. A lot of people, you say autism, and then they're like, "Ooh," you know. Before you do that, they're just different from you. Just a little difference. Um, they want love just like everybody else. They want to be loved. They want to, be held just like everybody else. And if you see someone, a mother that's struggling, you know, either back off or ask if you can assist. But don't give strange looks. Like if they're having a meltdown, you know, ask how can you help them? Because you don't know what's going on. And a lot of people still don't know about autism. I was listening to something the other night where, everybody wants acceptance. And yes, we want our kids to be accepted. But my version of awareness is we still have to make people aware of autism. You have to be aware before you can accept. And there's still a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, that maybe they've heard the word autism, but they don't know. And I would want people to take time if you run across, something about autism, take some time and read about it, you know, up your knowledge. Uh, Kate says, I used to like sushi and now I don't. Ugh. Now, see, raw fish? Nope, mine has to be cooked. Sushi is baked. Yeah, that's like, ugh. Tanya says it's been like 4 weeks. I can't notice a huge difference, but his congestion does seem less better, although they do say this route takes longer than injections. Okay. Lisa says Alice has her appointment in Morgantown, West Virginia, 2 hours away from her specialist. Wow, that's a long way. Specialist checkup tomorrow. Alice likes shrimp on occasion. Okay. The doc increased her medication and added an antidepressant to help her with her mood swings. They have helped. Okay, good. Good. Glad you got something that helps her. Yeah, we don't want our babies suffering. Yeah, glad you have something that helps her. Yeah, but back to that sushi thing. New. And I've never ever tried it. It's just the thought. I just got over a sinus infection, sinus and ear infection. Okay. You're on antibiotics, I'm assuming, or was. Glad you got over it, because those ear infections aren't no joke. Aren't any joke at all. So I'm going to mention once again, for those of you who are interested in submitting your photos, you must do not send photos to my inbox. Send them to my email address at support@autismandus.org. I do have an information card that tells you how to submit it. It is pinned at the top on my Facebook page, Autism and Us. And I'd like to ask you guys, if you're asking me to do this for you and you're not following me on any social media, right. So I don't follow me on Instagram. You can follow me just one place. But if I'm doing this for you, make sure you follow. Make sure you follow Autism and Us on one of these platforms. I'm not asking for all of them, but at least follow me one place. Doxycycline. Okay, that's the medicine you were taking for your infection. I'm going to go find something for lunch. Take care, Nita. Okay, you take care too, Autism to Max, and I'll be sure to check out your blog. Okay. Yeah, I know you follow. I appreciate you and love you. Thank you. Hi, Chara. I hope I said that right. Hello, how are you? But yes, make sure you submit to support@autismandus.org. Make sure you give me permission. It must be stated in the email. One person per photo, along with something special about them. And those of you with multiple children on the spectrum, I know sometimes it's easier to have them all in one photo, but we want to show them individually. I also want to remind you guys, we do this every year, and this is part of our fundraiser for Autism Awareness Month. So if you don't agree with a donate button at the bottom of your child's photo, then please don't submit, because, I do this to kind of raise funds for Autism and Us, which goes into our pot for our events. And speaking of events, if you are in the Metro Detroit area, we have an event coming up, Sweatpants and Mimosas, for our beautiful autism moms. This is an adult-only event. No kids, no daddy, that kind of stuff. Leave them at home and come on out for a little self-care for a couple hours. This is a dress-down event. Just throw on your sweatpants or your comfy clothes. Come and join us. You must RSVP. So I will put the link in the chat for those of you who are interested. I do still have one donated seat available. So if anyone is interested in coming, then let me know. You will have to email me and let me know that you are interested in that donated seat, and I will add you to the RSVP list. First come, first serve. So we have one donated seat still left. For everybody else, you have to RSVP through the website. RSVP is through a $10 donation, which again goes to help us put on events like this. But yeah, it's a self-care event. Come on out. We'll have a couple speakers. We're going to give you a light lunch, as many mimosas as you want. We will have non-alcoholic beverages because, the mimosas will have champagne, but we will have other beverages without, if you prefer, without alcohol. Everyone who comes will get a small token of appreciation from Autism and Us. And we're going to have a few vendors there. We're going to have a couple resource vendors, 3 actually. Um, Michigan Rehabilitation. They help people with job opportunities. And if you have a child you want that's disabled, they can help with summer jobs. They can assist with that. We're going to have Oakland University Cares for ABA and different programs like that. And we're also going to have someone about insurance for our disabled loved ones. So that's going to be great. And we're going to have a couple other vendors. I had a brain fog. I know we're going to have a couple that sells t-shirts. We're going to have one that sells, personal body products. She was with us, Mia, and her last name isn't Brooks anymore. I don't know her married name, but we congratulate her. She's going to be there with her products. And we're going to have, I said 2. So it's going to be 2. And then I have someone else. I have a brain fog. I'd have to pull up the website in a minute. But anyway, if you'd like to join us, RSVP on our website, AutismAndUs.org. Actually, I need to pull that up now. If you'd like to sponsor, we have information on sponsorship also. If you'd like to sponsor this event, we'd appreciate that. Or if you just want to donate in general, all donations go to support our community, and that's not what I want to hear. That's not what I want to see. I'm pulling up the wrong link. Wrong link. Okay. So I am putting the link in the Facebook chat for those of you in Metro Detroit. I have a couple questions. Okay. My son was kicked out of school due to insurance. I don't understand. Why would they kick him out of school due to insurance? Is he on Medicaid or what? Are you in a public school? And what state are you in? I never heard of that. Anyone hear about kids getting kicked out for insurance? Hi, Brenda. How are you, my friend? I hope you're okay. Love and miss you too, Kate. Right, that's what I'd like to know. So I've never heard of that. Anyone on TikTok or Instagram, you know anything about kids getting kicked out of school due to insurance? And can they really do that? Okay, so I put the link to the event in the Facebook chat for anybody who's interested, or you could just go to AutismAndUs.org, scroll down a little bit, and you'll see the flyer card for sweatpants and mimosas. Just click on that. If you're interested in helping us or contributing to the event. We do take monetary donations. You could donate through the site, through Facebook, or through our picture campaign. We're also looking for those who want to donate products. If you would like to donate products, self-care products to the moms, just reach out to me. Um, that would be very helpful. And we can add that to the gifts because we are going to do a raffle. We're going to do a couple giveaways at the event. Okay, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm saying Elizabeth Kate. Is it an ABA center? If so, that's different. And yes, they can do that. Okay. Okay. So if he or she is going to an ABA school all day, then yeah, I agree with you, Kate. If that's the situation, but I've never heard of a public school. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate you. Just here for check in and chat. Yeah, I've never heard of a school kicking a child out, especially for special education. And like you said, maybe if it has something to do with APA. Anybody else have any knowledge on that? Chara, can you give us a little more detail if you're still here? Yeah. Um, Me either. Public schools don't go off insurance, right? They do, well, they'll take your insurance for, other purposes in the school, but you don't have to have it, but it's an optional thing that pays for like the speech and the OT and other little resources, but you don't have to have the Medicaid. But yeah, I've never heard of a kid being kicked out. So I am streaming. So hello, if you're just logging in, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok through StreamYard. So, um, yeah, but yeah, like you said, not to kick anyone else, no one out. And I need some more coffee. Um, she must have left us. I think she may have left. But yeah, if anyone has any knowledge on that, please chime in, leave it in the chat, because that would be interesting to know if they do that and, what's the laws about that? Because they can't deny the child education, definitely from a public school. Private may be a little different. I'm not even sure if it would work that way in private school. But ABA, like you say, if it's a ABA-based school, then probably so. Oh, I'm going to add the link here too in Instagram. I forgot to open this window. But if you are in the Metro Detroit area, sweatpants and mimosas, make sure you join us for our upcoming event, April the 19th. Kate says, yes, it would be great topic to talk about. Yes, definitely. We'll probably talk about that Sunday. Maybe someone from Sunday will know that information. So I've sat here and had gotten hungry. I don't know what I want to eat. I ate breakfast early, maybe hot dog and French fries. That's the same day as my event in Texas. We read each other's minds. Okay. What's the event you're having in Texas? And if you guys are having Autism Awareness Month events, please share. Please share. Let us know, especially if you are in the Metro Detroit area. If you have any upcoming events and you'd like me to post them, feel free to share. We want to know what's going on in and around town in Detroit. And even if you are somewhere else, I will definitely share your event. I'm having nuggets, pineapple, cashews, and baby corn. Nuggets, pineapple, cashews. Yeah, okay. 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 Sensitive Easter bunny. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Sensitive Easter bunny. Yes, Easter is on the 20th. That'll be the day. Oh, so you guys did it perfectly. The event on Saturday, and um, you know, next day is Easter. So that's perfect. Perfect. Well, I think I am going to jump off and go find me something to eat. But remember, picture posts. Please, if you'd like to participate in our Beautiful Faces of Autism picture campaign, if you yourself is on the spectrum or your loved one person per photo, please submit it to support at AutismAndUs.org. It's also a fundraiser for us. I do this every year. So please keep in mind that you'll see a donate button under your child's photo. So if that's not something you'd like, then please don't submit a photo and then contact me saying I didn't want that. So yeah, so I'm letting you guys know. That's why you see, and it kind of helps my time. We give a little, get a little, and goes back into the community. Every little bit helps the Autism and Us community. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, make sure you check out our Sweatpants and Mimosas event coming up Saturday, April 19th, 2 to 5 p.m. You must RSVP. Visit our website, autismandus.org, not com, .org. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see the information for the event. If you want to sponsor, there's information about that. If you want to give products for the ladies for self-care, just let me know. We are going to be doing a couple of giveaways. And I want to thank Dinah. She sent 2 baskets that that are gonna be a part of the giveaway that Saturday. So thank you very, very much. We appreciate your contribution. So yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm getting ready to go find me something to eat. I always say it, I may be back later, but it just depends on how things go. DeAndre will be in the house about 4:45. I haven't received a phone call, so hopefully that's good news. It's good news. So hopefully when he comes in, he'll be nice and mellow like he was this morning. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But anyway, I may be back later for a continuation of check in and chat. But right now, I am hungry. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you. Bye-bye.